So I have a little secret to tell you, and this is like huge. This is like the biggest gossip you're ever gonna hear, okay? And that is, so many people have been cheating on their church during COVID. Have you noticed that? Like, people are like totally sleeping with other churches immediately. Like, as soon as COVID hit, they were like, well, let me check out what my church can do. They saw how horrible the church service was. They saw how bad the camera angles were. They did not want to watch a pastor standing in a empty congregation preaching a canned sermon. And so what has happened is that people have been finding other ways to fulfill their spiritual need. Some people are finding it through sermons, but most people are doing other things. They're watching YouTube videos, they're going out in nature, they're spending time with their family, they're volunteering in the community. And what they're telling me is that they're actually having a stronger relationship with God than before they ever even was going to church on a weekly basis. And I think that really gives us pause to wonder whether or not the church is even relevant anymore. When we were able to deal with a pandemic, did the church in fact was the church able to adjust to the needs of the community? And I have my questions about that. And what I believe that is, once the pandemic is over and we actually go back to life as normal, I believe that we are going to have a massive, massive exile from church. People are no longer going to come to church anymore because they can get it elsewhere. They can find it online. They can do things in community. They can do online Bible studies, and they don't necessarily even miss church. You know, people will say, well, Kumar, what about the fellowship? What about the community? You can do that in your backyard. You don't need that anymore to have it in a church. And so I think we need to really rethink and reinvent, how do people approach God? I'm not against church, of course, okay? I'm not against church at all. What I'm saying is we got to reinvent how people today address and approach God. And I think one of the ways is through concierge ministry, by providing exactly what someone needs, helping them develop a spiritual plan in their life, and then helping them receive and reach their goals so they get closer to God.